Have you ever sat down to watch TV with just a few chips, then suddenly realized the entire bowl is gone? The strange part is, you never felt like you were eating that much. Your stomach didn't suddenly become bigger. Something else happened. While your eyes and attention were locked onto the screen, your brain was busy processing the story instead of carefully tracking every bite. And this can turn normal eating into mindless eating. But why does your brain let this happen? And why can TV make it so easy to eat more than you planned? Your brain has a limited attention budget, and TV can spend most of it. While your eyes follow the screen, your brain is busy processing voices, action, music, and the story. Food becomes background noise. You take a bite, then another, but barely notice them. The strange part is that your brain may also form a weaker memory of how much you ate. So when the bowl suddenly becomes empty, it feels like, wait, when did I eat all that? You didn't lose control, you simply weren't fully paying attention. And this is where the first problem gets even more interesting. When your attention is locked on TV, eating can slip into autopilot. Your hand reaches for another bite while your brain is focused on the screen. You may barely notice the taste, texture, or number of bites. Research on distracted eating suggests this can make people eat more and remember their meal less clearly. Over time, your brain can also link TV with snacking, so eventually turning on the screen may trigger the urge to eat even when you're not truly hungry. Here's the twist. Your stomach can be getting full while your attention is somewhere completely different. As you eat, your body sends signals to the brain about what's happening inside. But when a TV show has your full attention, you may pay less attention to the sensations of eating and fullness. So the warning signal can feel easy to miss. One bite becomes 5, 5 becomes 10, and suddenly you're thinking, I'm stuffed. The surprising part is that TV didn't create more hunger. It helped you ignore the signs that you'd had enough. Now it gets even more interesting. Imagine your brain is already getting stimulation from a suspenseful scene, funny moment, or exciting sound. At the same time, you're eating a highly rewarding snack. The two experiences happen together, making it easy to keep going. You may not be eating because you're hungry anymore. You're eating because the combination feels satisfying. That's why the next episode, exciting scene, or even a familiar TV show can quietly become a cue to grab another snack. The screen isn't feeding you, but it can help keep the eating loop alive. Here's the part most people don't notice. Your brain keeps a rough record of your eating. But when TV captures your attention, that record may become weaker. You can be halfway through a bowl of popcorn and barely remember the first few handfuls. Then another scene starts, your hand reaches in again, and the cycle continues. Later, you may honestly think, I didn't eat that much. The food was real, but your awareness of it was fading, and that can make overeating surprisingly easy. Here's where TV can become more than a distraction. It can become a trigger. Every time you pair a show with snacks, your brain starts learning the pattern. Screen on, food appears, reward follows. Eventually, you might sit down to watch TV and suddenly want something to eat, even without physical hunger. You may think, I just feel like snacking, but your brain could simply be recognizing a familiar routine. The surprising part? The craving can start before you even take the first bite. The good news? You don't have to fight your brain. You can change the pattern. Start with one simple move. Don't eat directly from the packet. Put your portion on a plate so your brain can actually see how much food is there. Try taking a few bites without looking at the screen and notice the taste and fullness. Most importantly, break the automatic connection between TV and snacking. When the screen turns on, food doesn't have to follow. You're teaching your brain a new rule. Entertainment doesn't automatically mean eating. Here's the surprising truth. Your TV may not be making you hungry at all. It may simply be making you less aware of eating. Your attention follows the story, while your hand keeps reaching for the next bite. You can miss fullness signals, lose track of portions, and even train your brain to expect snacks whenever the screen turns on. So next time you sit down with your favorite show, pause before grabbing that bowl and ask, am I really hungry? Or has my brain learned that TV means food? Sometimes the biggest trigger isn't hunger, it's distraction.